its people are blessed when a special spiritual personality steps onto her land. Revered Ramchandra of Shahjahanpur, affectionately called Babuji, the second master in the lineage of the Sahajmark masters, first came to Malaysia in 1977, accompanied by his disciple Parthasarathi Rajagopalachari to blossom the East. Their main mission was to awaken in every human heart the call of spirituality. Parthasarathi also followed Babuji to Europe and USA to spread Sahajmark, the natural path, and they were well received. Chariji was a charismatic speaker and was able to explain what is Sahajmark in a simple way. With their success there, they proudly put India in the West. Going down memory lane, we note that the very first centers were established in Klang and Petaling. The fruits of the tree, planted in 1977, were so sweet that when they came again in 1981, many such trees had blossomed in other towns like Seremban, Kuala Pilah, Bahau, and as far south as Muar. With time, many more Garden of Hearts have bloomed across Malaysia. It was a sublime moment in history when in 2011 he inaugurated the SRCM ashram in Klang, naming it Sahajmark Dhyana Nilaya. It was a joyful day of celebration for Malaysian Abhyasis as he gifted us with an ashram for all humanity. Chariji's unparalleled devotion and dedication to his master and his master's mission manifested in all facets of his life, including a Guru Dakshina which came in the form of his book, My Master. When Revered Babuji attained Mahasamadhi on 19 April 1983, Revered Parthasarathi Rajagopalachari, or Chariji as he is fondly called, became the third master of this hierarchy. He possessed the heart of the lion with matching traits of courage, breadth of vision, diligence, and strength. He lived the life of a true disciple of morality and discipline, inspiring us with his encouragement and embracing us all in his wonderfully infinite and expanding heart. The yatra or journey, as explained by Chariji, is a personal spiritual adventure requiring only our cooperation of surrendering into his spider's web, which is full of strands of love enveloping the whole universe. He guided us in the field of spirituality by educating us on the role of the Master in human evolution, and the Guru and the goal. This set in motion the pursuit of the inner way towards spiritual renaissance, a unique path and opportunity to reach the goal of human life. Chariji revealed to us that there is a hidden wealth in the heart and taught us the way to realize that divinity within. Through heartfulness approach of Sahajmark, we can learn to listen to the heart speak and practice communicating from heart to heart. He said that cultivating the heart would open the door of opportunity of evolution, here and now. He taught us the principles of Sahajmark and the concept of invertendo that is present in much of the Sahajmark literature, starting with the well-ingrained statement of Babuji's "Love him who loves all," 2. Chariji's love all whom he loves. He further emphasized that if one wants to progress speedily in spirituality, he must follow in his footsteps. To become like the Master, we should peel off the external personality of the self and reveal the personality of the higher self within. To help seekers further understand the system of Sahaj Marg and its roots, to develop faith, to deepen their spiritual practice and explore the spiritual life of the soul in human existence, Chariji gave us Sahaj Marg Meanderings. He dedicated his life to Sahaj Marg to ensure heartfulness reaches every corner of the world. He was an exemplary role model for us to emulate. Malaysians are greatly blessed to have a master of his caliber. His gifts of grace, love, compassion, and spiritual treasures took us from wisdom to wonder. For all his sharp intellect, amazing talents, and spiritual attainments, Chariji was always poised, had a charming simplicity, softness, and approachability to all Malaysians, young and old. A great enlightened being, his rare light touched everyone, ennobling us. Revered Master's visits to centers. Klang. Babaji and Chariji made their maiden visit to Malaysia on 6 April 1977, landing at Subang Airport. They stayed in Petaling Jaya and visited Klang, Kuala Lumpur, and Penang. A profound quote made by Chariji during the visit.
Darshan means to see in spiritual matters, as when one has darshan of a great soul or a guru. It is not enough to see merely the physical person of that guru. Real darshan means to see the guru with the higher vision, so that one can see the real guru behind the external form of the guru. That is its true meaning.
Babaji and Chariji came again in 1981 to celebrate Babaji's 82nd birthday on 30th April. On arrival, they were met by Abhyasis at the airport and were taken to Petaling Jaya. Many local and overseas Abhyasis and seekers visited Babaji to receive his blessings. Babaji's 82nd birthday was celebrated in a grand way in Lakshmanan Hall in Klang. It was the first and only time revered Babaji's birthday was celebrated outside of India. At the occasion, Chariji addressed the audience. Babaji also blessed prasad to be distributed to all present. Chariji would always prepare the hookah whenever Babaji requested for it. Large number of Abhyasis assembled at the airport to send off Babaji and Chariji. As the third master and president of Sri Ramchandra Mission, Chariji visited Klang Center in 1990. He spent 4 days at an Abhyasi's home, which is now the Malaysian ashram. Subsequently, Chariji came to Klang Center in 1994 and spent a lot of time with Abhyasis and their children. Here, he expressed his wish for growth of the mission in Malaysia before his next visit.
So you see, we do see a lot of improvement, and for which I congratulate all the preceptors who are obviously working, doing their jobs at cleaning. And of course, I have to congratulate the Abhyasis who are developing, because obviously they are working, if not as hard, even harder than the preceptors.
Petaling Jaya. During his 1990 visit, Chariji stayed in an Abhyasi's house in Petaling Jaya and visited other centers. He also met with members of the public and seekers who were interested in spirituality. Seremban. Chariji and Babuji also visited Seremban Center in 1981 and spent a day with all who gathered there. Abhyasis were overjoyed when Chariji visited Seremban Center again in 1990. Kuantan. Chariji travelled by road to Kuantan in 1990, accompanied by an entourage of Abhyasis, local and foreign. Upon reaching Kuantan, there was difficulty in locating the center, but Master came to the rescue and directed the group, in spite of it being his first visit to this East Coast town. Master spent special time with Abhyasis and members of the public. Malacca. On his way from Singapore to Awana, Genting, for the Asia Pacific Seminar in 2006, Chariji stopped at the historical state of Malacca. He spent some time at the Malacca Center, conducting satsang and interacting with all Abhyasis present. The time spent at Malacca Center is a beautiful living memory for all Malacca Abhyasis until today. Ilham Resort, Podikson. In December 1998, SRCM Malaysia hosted an international seminar at Ilham Resort in the coastal town of Podikson. Chariji graced the occasion in the presence of around 200 Abhyasis, both local and overseas. On his arrival at the venue, Chariji warmed all hearts when he said,
When the impact of the Singapore visit was withdrawn from my mind, I turned this way and I could feel the pull of Malaysia. And I think even the aircraft on which I came responded to it, because it landed in 30 minutes.
The youths had many gracious moments with Master, and as a grand finale to his visit, the youths put up a delightful concert and were thrilled when Chariji invited them to perform in Manapakam, India, during Babuji's birth centenary celebrations in April 1999. It was a divine blessing, as all participants were able to be in his physical presence and savor this gift of our beloved. Since most Abhyasis were staying at the resort, it was an opportunity in fostering love and brotherhood. New Podikson. Chariji was back again in September 2000 to officiate at the International Youth Seminar held at Noob Training Center in Podikson, where more than 200 participants came from centers all over the world. This was an eye-opener for the youths, being the first such international youth gathering of this nature. Resorts World Awana, Genting Highland. In 2006, the Malaysians were blessed with the gift of Chariji's divine presence again, this time in conjunction with the Asia Pacific International Seminar, where there were 500 participants, both local and international. The venue, Resorts World Awana, was a beautiful setting for this function. it being surrounded by luxuriant tropical forests, serene environment, and a cool climate.
So you see, it seems all evergreen and like Malaysia, no? Grass on the mountain sides, water pipes down the mountain sides, all lush and green, all the artifice behind it hidden. Tourists don't see it, except when somebody who knows like me points it out. Tiny holes in the hillside for the water to percolate. Beautifully terraced mountainsides. I've never seen God terracing mountainsides. This is all the enticement to live longer, to spend more and more, because the longer you live, the more you are going to spend. Voila. Industry thrives, commerce thrives, business thrives, everything thrives, except you. So you see, we have to look at life in a very sensible way, ask ourselves a fundamental question: what is the purpose of life?
Premier Hotel, Klang. An Asian seminar was held in the Premier Hotel from the 23rd to 27th June 2011 with the theme One Heart, One Humanity. 700 Abhyasis participated in the seminar, which commenced a day after the inauguration of the ashram. We share here some golden words from Master during informal talks with Abhyasis.
When an Abhyasi asked Master for his availability to meet Abhyasis, Master empathetically replied by saying, "I am up to everything, all the time." When asked if love is an experience, Master replied by saying, "Love is a quality of a relationship between me and my Maker. Like love between mother and a child. You cannot love without pain. Love means pain. If there is no pain, then there is no love." The main teaching, if there is a divine teaching, is don't be afraid. About the inevitable, he said, you can neither be afraid nor try to run away from it.
Inauguration of the Malaysian ashram. During the international seminar in 2000, Chariji announced that Sister Kamala Vivekanandam had offered her family home at number 19 Jalan Kelapa, Klang, to the mission for use as its ashram. Abhyasis present were overjoyed with this announcement. After all the legal technicalities, the property was transferred to Persatuan Misi Sri Ramchandra, and on 22nd November 2010, the title deed of the property was officially handed over to Chariji in Manapakam by the family members of the late Sister Kamala Vivekanandam. Master then announced the acquisition of the first ashram in Southeast Asia and the Far East. Preparation for Master's visit began in earnest with minor renovations and sprucing up of the ashram by Abhyasis. 22nd June 2011 was indeed a very momentous and auspicious day. It was a great celebration as Malaysians rejoiced when our beloved Chariji set foot once again on Malaysian soil. We are eternally grateful to our beloved Master Chariji, who at 84 years of age willed himself to be personally present to inaugurate the ashram. He blessed us with his divine presence despite his very poor health. Abhyasis from Malaysia and all over the world gathered to witness this historic and grand occasion. Manapakam. From time to time, Malaysian Abhyasis visited Chariji in India and participated in seminars and celebrations. We were honored to have been given the opportunity to perform before Master.
I am always happy to be wherever I am with whoever I am. And that goes for today too. The scene keeps changing, the subject is eternally the same. Mutual brotherhood, love for each other. And with that goes the need for tolerance, sympathy, compassion, caring and sharing. All the values about which we have been speaking for ages now. I mean, at least I have been speaking about it for more than 30 years. Of course, there is some impact from all these talks. Nowadays, we increasingly see more and more people from more and more countries, nationalities, languages congregating at these seminars. But you know, I want to tell you one thing. I was once in Rajagopalachari, and as I entered the gate, Babuji looked at me, shook his head and turned away. I was shocked, because I had been used to being received with a lovely blazing smile of welcome, joy, happiness. And on this occasion, he shivered as if he saw something obnoxious, something unacceptable. So I was really shocked to the core of my being. I said, what has happened between Madras and here? That my guru, who used to receive me as if I am the lost son returning, you know, like the little fellow in the Bible who was received with the coat of 7 colors and the fatted calf. So when we were alone, I asked him what happened. I did not like what I saw this morning. He says, to tell you frankly, neither did I. Which was not a surprising reply at all. I said, well, what did you see? He said, you know, I saw a speck of impurity in you. I said, just a speck? And he said, yes, but you know, when you wear a white shirt and there's a spot of ink on it, it stands out glaringly. Whereas if you are wearing a black shirt and you pour a bottle of ink over yourself, it doesn't matter. So in you, I don't like to see even the tiniest spot of grossness.
I am with you in spirit, and I hope you can feel it. Please believe me when I say that I shall be with you all the time. Distance does not make any difference. I pray for you all and wish you the best. Blessings to all of you.
संसार समुद्रतार नौकायिदाभ्यां गुरुभक्तिदाभ्यां वैराग्यसाम्राज्यद पूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् कदाचिदभ्यास दरिद्रवर्याः मूकाश्च वाचस् पतितां हिताभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नालीकनिकाश पदाहृदाभ्यां नानाविमोहादि निवारिकाभ्यां नमज्जनाभीष्ट ततिप्रदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् कृपालिमौलि व्रजरत्नकान्ति सरिद्विराज जशकन्यकाभ्यां नृपध्वराभ्यां नतलोकपङ्क्तेः नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् पापान्धकारार्क परम्पराभ्यां तापत्रयाहीन्द्र खगेश्वराभ्यां जाड्याभिसंशोषणवाडवाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् क्षमादिषड्क प्रदवैभवाभ्यां समाधिदान प्रददीक्षिताभ्यां रमादवाङ्घ्रिः स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् स्वार्चापराणाम् अखिलेष्टदाभ्यां स्वाहा सहायाक्ष दुरन्दराभ्यां स्वान्ताच्च भाव प्रदपूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् कामादिसर्प व्रजगारुडाभ्यां विवेकवैराग्य निधिप्रदाभ्यां मोदप्रदाभ्यां धृतमोक्षदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां मोदप्रदाभ्यां धृतमोक्षदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
I become thee. Thou becomes me. I become body. Thou becomest soul. So that no one may henceforward say that I and thee are separate. Lalaji. My dear sister, be reassured about me. Be serene about all of this. All the sufferings are finally over. Only the last formalities remain, and thus all will be well. Another life begins. It will remain very attentive to the continuation of this mission and to my successor, for whom nothing will be easy. But he will prevail, and he will bring the complementary touch to what is already there, to perfect the sacred edifice of this spiritual way carried by the higher powers. May all our brothers and sisters look to the future serenely. My action continues here, where a broader vision is offered to me, making things easier. Rejoining my divine Grand Master is a true joy. He is astounding in beauty, and his greatness dazzles me. May all be at peace. All is well for me. This well-deserved rest, according to our beloved Babuji, allows me to be reunited with him and to henceforth work beside him for my greatest happiness. Doesn't everything have its raison d'etre? Here, more than elsewhere, it is possible to witness it. All is well like this. Be happy for the deliverance of your master. He regains serenity, and his love for the whole mission is only greater for it. To all the brothers and sisters, the best of his support and undying love. Special blessings on this entire mission loved so much, and to all its faithful abhyasis, a lot of love. From their master, Parthasarthi.